Nebraska, Wisconsin, and many more. And then internationally, we have students joining us from India, Australia, Canada, Algeria, Argentina, China, Croatia, and Great Britain and beyond. Thank you all for joining us. So today's book is called Going Places, and we are so thrilled to have Peter and Paul Reynolds from right here in Boston, who are famous all over the world, to be joining you today. Give it up for Peter and Paul. They're our good friends. I also want to thank everyone who works here at the Bach Center, especially Corey Evans, our Director of Education, and our whole team here that has made this event possible. So whether you're here in the theater today or watching from afar, let's today make today a fun, creative, and inspiring celebration. Thank you all for being a part of World Read Aloud Day.
Thank you, Casey. Good morning, everyone. Wow, that was amazing. So thank you to Casey for welcoming our friends who are joining us on the live stream. We are so excited to have you all here today. For those of you joining on the live stream, there are supplemental materials for you to follow along from your classrooms. So if you did not get those, that information is being dropped in the chat right now. If the chat is moving too fast, you can also join by going to our website, which is www.bachcenter.org. Go to the event page for World Read Aloud Day and click on the additional materials, related links, sorry. So thank you again for being here. I want to give a special welcome to our friends who are joining us live in the audience. I think, yes, we have students here, I hope they're here already, from Lynn Public Schools. Can I get a little noise from Lynn? Okay. What about Chelsea Public Schools? There's Chelsea. That sounds amazing, Chelsea. We're happy to have you here. And we have a lot of students coming in from Boston Public Schools. Can I hear? Yes. I think you all are excited to be here, and we are so excited to have you. As Casey said, today is World Read Aloud Day. It is a day to celebrate books, to celebrate reading, to celebrate literacy, and to celebrate creativity. We know, I can already tell, we have a creative bunch of readers in this room, and we're so excited to share the book Going Places with you. We have some pretty cool people here. Peter and Paul Reynolds are going to come out and read the book pretty soon. And then some members of the Bach Center education team are also going to come out and lead you all in some fun activities as a way to engage further with the book. So, at the end, this is really important, at the end, there's a lot of you here. When we end, I need everyone to stay in your seats. Don't get up and put your coats on and run out the door. We have a lot of buses here, and we want to make sure that everyone gets out safely. So we will call you out by bus in groups to leave in an orderly fashion. So please wait for your bus to be called. So without further ado, are you ready to get started? I am ready to get started too. I want to welcome Maddie and Colton to the stage, please. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Woo! Thank you, Corey. Good morning, everybody, and happy World Read Aloud Day. Woohoo! My name is Maddie, and I use any pronouns.
My name is Colton, and I use he/him pronouns.
And we work at the Bach Center, stewards of the Schubert and Wang Theaters in Boston, Massachusetts. Right now, we are in the beautiful Schubert Theater for World Read Aloud Day, and we have some awesome friends joining us online, too. We'll be having a video pulled up to show our online friends how beautiful this theater is. And all of our in-person friends, maybe we can take a look around and see how lovely and how amazing it is. Do you see the gold? Do you see the beautiful chandelier? This is pretty awesome, right? We're in a pretty cool place.
Indeed.
All righty, yeah we are. Yeah, take a look for our online friends. Pretty awesome. So, not only do we have a full house here today in this beautiful theater, we have people joining us from all over the world, and that's really exciting. We're so happy that you're all here. We have the chat pulled up right over here, so for our friends joining us online, you can follow along with that guide that we sent out in the chat.
All right, now we're going to do an interactive reading of one of our favorite books, Going Places by Peter and Paul Reynolds. Now, we're especially excited because Peter and Paul Reynolds are here with us in the theater today. Now, you'll see them. You'll see them in just a moment. They're going to come out and read the story to you, and then we're going to put you in the shoes of actors and do an interactive reading with you. Now, during that, we might ask you to turn and talk to a friend, we might ask you to help us with ideas, and we might even ask you to stand up in front of your seat and move around a bit.
So today, we want to be the best audience we can be. And you can let the storytellers on stage know when you're excited by putting both hands in the air and saying, woohoo! Perfect, just like that. But when you're done with our woohoo, we're all going to become theater mice. That means we're going to be small and quiet and ready to pay attention. Can you show me what your theater mouse looks like? Get as small and tiny as you can, as quiet as you can. Nice job, everyone. Okay, so let's try it on a count of 3. I'm going to say woohoo, and then we're all going to be theater mice, okay? 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Nice job. Now I would like to introduce you to my friend Buggy the Buglehorn, and whenever you hear her, that means it's time to become a theater mouse, turn off our voices, and pay attention to what's happening on stage, okay? Should we give it a go? All right, give me a woohoo! Woohoo! Nice job, theater mice. Very good.
All right, now Peter and Paul are about to come out and read the story for you, and that's fantastic. While they're reading for you, you might see and hear some interesting, awesome, amazing things. Now, when you hear and see those things, we want you to show us by putting on your gazing goggles. Can you all, friends in the audience, show me your gazing goggles? Fantastic, awesome, amazing gazing, everyone. Thank you very much. And now, you put your hands together and give a very warm welcome to Peter and Paul Reynolds. Come on, it can be warmer than that.
Woo! Woo! Oh my goodness. Hello. Thank you.
Colton, that was a fantastic introduction.
Yes.
To World Read Aloud Day at the Schubert Theater in Boston. And we're excited to be here because the Bach Center actually is the caretaker. They take care of 2 amazing theaters, the Schubert Theater and the Wang Theater. And the Wang Theater is turning 100 years old. Let's give a big round of applause for the Wang Theater's birthday.
That's almost as old as us, Paul.
That's right. It's almost as old as us. Exactly.
Yes.
In twin years.
In twin years, yes.
Yes. So we are excited to be here because guess what? Guess what Peter and I love? We love reading and we love books. We love books so much, we even have our own bookstore. We decided to start a bookstore 21 years ago, and it's not far from Boston. So if anybody can get to us, should we give them the secret password?
It's secret, Paul.
Oh, it's secret. Maybe we shouldn't give it to you. Okay.
Okay, all right. The secret password is, don't tell anyone, rainbow potato. They remember that.
And if you go to the store, if you hop to the shop and you say rainbow potato, you'll get a free gift from us. All right?
So we have so many friends around the world tuning in, and so we're here in Boston, but we've got friends in Argentina, and where else did we say? because our dad was born in Argentina.
That's right, and Brazil.
Australia and
China,
Brazil.
Friends in China.
And there are people signing on, so there's probably the whole world listening. So hello, world.
Hello, world. Hello.
Say hello, world.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
You and you and you and you.
And you, and you, and you. So, friends in the theater and friends tuning in from around the world, if you love books, raise your hand. Oh my gosh, that's everybody. If you love books, but you really, really love books, raise both hands. All right, both hands. If you love, love, love books, and you'll never stop reading, and you'll read them aloud to your friends and family, raise both hands and wiggle your fingers.
That's a lot of wiggling fingers, Peter.
And that's a lot of reading aloud, because today is World Read Aloud Day. So we're super excited to be reading this book, right?
That's right. We're going to read it. We're going to
actually read this book.
and you get to hear it twice. One with us reading, and then the amazing Maddie and Colton are going to bring it to life. But you're going to be the actors, all right?
Right.
So I think we're going to go to the next slide.
Yes,
right?
let's go.
Because we do want to say thank you to our amazing publisher, Simon & Schuster, Athenaeum Books for Young Readers,
Schuster.
and Caitlin DeLuey, who is our editor, who helped bring Going Places to life. Because when you write a story and you do the pictures, you actually have to go to a publisher, and the publisher is the company that turns it into a book and makes sure it gets to you. So we say thank you. Let's say thank you, Simon & Schuster. And we're actually celebrating the book's 10th birthday. So let's hear it for the 10th birthday of the
10
book.
years old.
Yeah. So I think, why don't we just jump right in, Peter, and why don't we read the book?
Okay, you ready? So,
And Peter, who drew the picture? Yeah.
Who drew the pictures?
Who do you think drew the pictures? Yeah.
Yeah, so I drew the pictures. We collaborated. I love that word, collaborating. I'm a word collector, by the way. I love words. So collaboration is a really cool word. It means that we work together. So I drew the pictures, and Paul
Writes the words.
right?
Yeah.
But the ideas we shared, right? So
Right.
we collaborated with the idea.
And if you have who here has best friends? Right? Find a best friend and collaborate with them, and maybe I bet you're writing books and drawing books right now. So Peter, let's
right.
get going.
All
Going
right.
Places. By us,
Yes.
Peter and Paul.
Raphael had been waiting all year long for the Going Places contest, a chance to build a go-kart, race it, and win.
When their teacher announced, who would like the first kit?
Raphael's hand shot up.
He was so excited.
The rest of the class watched enviously as Raphael walked back to his seat with a kit.
Mrs. Chanda assured them, don't worry, you'll all be getting one. And they're all exactly alike.
The kit came with a set of precise instructions. That made Raphael happy. He was very good at following directions.
Raphael hammered, glued, nailed, and assembled his kit.
His go-kart looked just like the one in the directions. He was feeling quite proud.
Raphael wondered how his classmate Maya was doing. She lived right next door.
He peered over the fence. Hey, Maya, you haven't even started?
Maya didn't respond. She was so intent on watching the bird in front of her and quickly sketching it that she didn't even notice Raphael.
Then she just put her pencil down and stared at the bird dreamily. Raphael shrugged and let her be.
The next morning, Raphael checked back in to see how Maya was doing. Wow, what is that? He asked. Maya grinned. You like it?
Raphael responded slowly, yeah, extremely cool, but Maya, there's just one little problem. That's not a go-kart.
Is that a problem? Maya smiled. Who Who said it had to be a go-kart?
Raphael was confused. The set of instructions inside the box were for a go-kart, but then again, they didn't say it had to be a go-kart. He looked again at Maya's contraption. After a moment, he grinned.
I get it. Hey, Maya, I really want to win this race. The instructions never said we couldn't team up either.
Collaboration.
Collaboration.
And so they did, working, collaborating late into the evening.
The next day, everyone gathered for the big race. Each go-kart was a perfect replica of the other. There's the Going Places contest. Except one.
One of the kids laughed. Looks like you had trouble with the Going Places instructions. You're going places, all right. You're going to lose.
Oh, that wasn't very nice, was it?
Not very nice.
No, we don't like that.
No.
Maya and Raphael didn't even have time to respond because the announcer's big, boomy voice called out, "Attention racers, start your engines. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the buzzer sounded.
They're off. While all the other go-karts disappeared in a cloud of dust, Maya just sat there in their motionless vehicle. Raphael shouted over the roar of the engines and cheering crowds, "Maya, what are we waiting for?"
No worries, Raphael, Maya answered. Flaps down, throttle up.
And now they took off into the air.
The other contestants looked up in amazement.
Maya and Raphael hovered and then sped past them all.
Before long, Maya and Raphael coasted across the finish line to the cheers of the waiting crowd. Can you all cheer? Yeah. Excellent.
They kept rolling clear across the race grounds. Maya slammed the brakes, stopping just short of the lake at the edge of the school's field.
Raphael noticed a startled frog leap from the lily pad and dive into the water. He raised his eyebrow and looked at Maya. She smiled.
Raphael, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Raphael just nodded. And there is their invention, right?
Look what they did, right? They took their idea and they created something new, which is the cool thing about collaboration,
Right.
And experimenting and
Right.
thinking and sharing.
And that book is all about what we call the 4 C's: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and our favorite C, creativity, right?
I love creativity.
And when you are using your creativity, when you're building things, you can innovate and you can invent. Who here likes to build and invent things? Yeah? Lots of hands going up. That's excellent.
lots
We
of
need
people at
builders,
home.
we need inventors and creative people.
Yeah.
So that is,
Speaking of creative people,
I know 2 more creative people.
right? We know some people who, so this is a book, and inside the book is a story. But a story can be a song, you could tell a story around the dinner table.
It could be animated.
It could be animated, right? Or it could be a production on a stage, right?
Like this
In
stage.
a theater, you need actors. Now we have an audience. We have the audience around the world.
All of you.
And we have 2 amazing actors who are going to activate, right?
Yes.
Activate the story.
Activate.
That's
Yes,
what
I
we
like
call,
that word,
right?
Peter.
Diving in more deeply into the story. Would you like to hear the story again, but with
Actors.
actors acting the parts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And would you like to help? Let's hear for Maddie and Colton. Awesome.
We're going to let you
Activate.
activate the story. All right.
Indeed, we'll activate
Activate.
it.
Let's
All
get
right.
activated.
We give a big thank you to Peter and Paul for reading that fantastic story.
Thank you, Peter and Paul.
Amazing.
Thank you.
One of my favorites. Now, Maddie, what was your favorite part of the story?
My favorite part is when Raphael was working on his go-kart and the whole page was blue, like a blueprint. I thought that was really cool.
That's a really, really good part. My favorite part is the reveal of the plane go-kart. I mean, it's just so awesome. I love the stars. They're really, really great. Now, you can turn to a friend and talk about what your favorite part was. And for our friends watching virtually, can you put your favorite part in the chat?
I liked that part too. I also liked the part where they talked about the frog.
Yeah,
I was
the
on the
frog is
tee
great.
and I was imagining the frog going over. That feels like a good enough amount of time, right?
They also like them coasting across the finish line.
Yeah, true. Nice job, theater mice. Thank you for remembering. All right, my friends, if you thought Maya and Raphael were going to win, can you stomp your feet? Whoa! Hey, a lot of you believed in them. Very good. If you like thinking outside of the box, just like Maya and Raphael, can you pat the top of your head? We have some creative minds in here too. If you like teamwork, can we all clap our hands? Nice. Do you hear that? We used our teamwork to create applause. That was pretty cool. And if you're a little excited to not be in school right now, can you raise your hand? Hey, all right, okay, don't get too excited, my friends, because you are going to be going back there after this. I know. All right, but I have some more questions for my friends, and you can answer these by just raising your hand, okay? How many of you like to dance? Oh, yeah. I love to dance. And raise your hand if you like to sing. Raise your hand if you like to sing.
I know I do.
Me too, and you do too. And raise your hand if you like telling stories. Either making up stories or telling them to your friends or family. Well, that's great. That's what the Bach Center is all about. It's a place where fantastic performers can bring music, dance, and storytelling to the Boston community, where we are right now at the Schubert and Wang theaters. I have one more question for you all. How many of you before today have seen a performance? Either at nice, good to hear, at a library, at school, it could be an older cousin's band concert or your sibling's dance recital. Amazing, those are all performing arts. Today, we're gonna be using performing arts, a little music, a little movement, and a lot of storytelling in our time today. We might even have some friends from the Bach Center help us out later. Very cool.
All right, now we're going to read through the story again, but this time we're going to take some pauses, do some activities throughout it with you guys.
We're gonna activate it.
We are going to activate it.
Oh, yeah.
And during those activations, we might ask you to stand up in front of your seat and move around. But we want you to stay very safe. Can you make a box with your hands around your seat, just like a mime, making sure that you stay trapped inside that box and you do not hit your neighbors? Thank you for staying safe. All right, now, are you ready to be part of a story? All right.
Here we go. Going Places by Peter and Paul Reynolds. Raphael had been waiting all year long for the Going Places contest, a chance to build a go-kart, race it, and win. When his teacher announced, "Who would like the first kit?" his hand shot up. Can you raise your hand like you want to be first in line? Oh, nice job. I see you up there. Can you raise your hand like you really know the answer? Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me.
Pick me.
Nice, nice. I see you in the back. Nice, nice. And how about if you kind of know the answer, but like you're not really sure? You kind of know it. Yeah. How about if you like really got to use the bathroom? Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Nice job.
All right. The rest of the class watched enviously as Raphael walked back to his seat with a kit. Mrs. Chanda assured them, "Don't worry, you'll all be getting one. And they're all exactly alike." Now, Maddie, I think that I would want my go-kart to be different. I don't think it's very fun to build one that looks the exact same as everyone else.
Well, I have to disagree. Oh, I would like to make all of the same thing. I think that feels good.
No, let's have a little test.
Okay.
Can you give me a woohoo if you would want to make a go-kart differently from everyone else?
Nice job. And if you agree with me that making everything the same is really cool, can you give me an all right? Okay, all right.
That was pretty even.
That was pretty even. You
I
got a
still
lot
like
of
doing it
woohoos for a really long time, though.
Yes, we did.
That was pretty cool.
All right.
Flipping the page. The kit came with a set of precise instructions, and that made Raphael very happy. He was really good at following directions. Now it's time to play a little game. If you're able to, please stand up, but if you don't want to, you can totally play this game from your seats. Same goes for our friends online. You are welcome to stand or sit to play this game. Raise your hand if you know the game Simon Says. Oh, nice. That's one of our favorite games. We play that all the time.
Oh, yeah, one of my favorites.
Yes, but this time we are going to change it to Raphael Says. So when you hear an instruction, like Raphael says, touch your nose, you should touch your nose. Very good. I see you. Oh, very good. But if you just hear touch your nose, you shouldn't do it. Okay? Let's put on our listening ears. And I'm going to give you some instructions. Are we ready to play? Great.
I think they are.
Raphael says, touch your nose. Raphael says, touch your right earlobe. Touch your left earlobe. I got some of you. Raphael did not say. Raphael says, touch your left earlobe. Raphael says, put up your right hand. Raphael says, put up your left hand. Wiggle your fingers. Oh. Raphael says, wiggle your fingers. Raphael says, wiggle your wrists. Raphael says, wiggle your arms. Raphael says, wiggle your whole body. Say woohoo! Raphael did not say. Raphael says, woohoo! Raphael says, oh yeah! And Raphael says, cool down and become theater mice. Very good, everyone. Great job, great job, great job. Okie dokie, artichoke. If you are standing, you can take a seat. And now I'm going to pass it over to Colton for our next page of the story.
All righty. Raphael hammered, glued, nailed, and assembled his kit. Now, everyone in the audience, can you show me what you think hammering something looks like? All right, now, another one. Can you show me and make a sound with your mouths for what you think very sticky glue on your hands feels and looks like? All right, so much sticky glue. All right, now, one more. Can you guys show me what it looks like when you assemble something, when you put it together? So many fantastic creative builders in the audience today. We love to see it. All right.
We're going to flip the page. Nice. His go-kart looked exactly like the one in the directions, and that made Raphael feel quite proud. He wondered how his classmate Maya was doing. She lived right next door. He peered over the fence. Hey, Maya, you haven't even started yet. But Maya didn't respond. She was so intent on watching the bird in front of her, quickly sketching it, that she didn't even notice Raphael. Have you ever thought about something so amazing that you couldn't think about anything else? We think that's what Maya was feeling. I hear that some of you haven't, so maybe this next bit will help you out. Can you show me what your best amazed or interesting face and body looks like? Nice, I hear some sounds too. So good, so good. How about your best disinterested or bored face and body? Whatever. Yeah. Have you ever had a daydream? Yeah, me too. Can you show me what your daydream face and body looks like? Whoa, Colton, we have some really great actors out here today.
Yes, and daydreamers too.
Daydreamers too.
All right. Now, turning the page.
Turning the page, and that's the beautiful bird she saw.
Indeed. Then she just put down her pencil and stared at the bird dreamily. Raphael shrugged and let her be. And she's looking pretty darn closely at that bird, isn't she?
Yeah.
I wonder what she sees. Maybe she sees more than just a bird when she looks at that bird. Have you ever seen something else when you were looking at something? Perhaps something that looked like more than one thing at once. Now, when something looks like that, we call that thing an illusion. Can you say it with me? Illusion. illusion. Fantastic, everyone. Now we've got some examples of illusions to show you, and we're just about to put that up on the screen behind us
We
here.
would love to hear what our virtual friends think what these illusions look like in the chat. We'll share them after we look at them.
What do we see here? Just a normal tree, right?
It's just a tree. That's just.
Oh, I see it now.
Oh, wait a sec.
Do I look
Kind of
like it?
like a dancer, it looks like. Kind of, a little bit. All right. All right. Can we see another one? Ooh,
I can't do that.
interesting. Now, this
I
one
can't-
really
I
is
can't
two
do that.
things at once as well.
It's
Now,
funny. No,
Who sees a handstand? Yeah, I see that too. But I also see the eye of that rabbit. Helps me see that a lot better as well.
There's
All
two
right.
things there.
Do we see another image here? Ooh, another rabbit. But where's
bunny.
the second thing
Just
that
a
we're
rabbit.
supposed to be looking at here?
Oh, it's a duck.
Not sure what it's supposed to be. You try turning your head a different
a
way,
duck
maybe?
or a-
Oh,
Or a bunny.
oh my God! It's a
see
duck
the duck
lying on its
too?
back.
There's a duck up there.
Or is it a rabbit?
That's crazy.
My God. Oh, and another one, too. Very, very similar. It looks like there's a face on the left, but also on the right. But if you look at the one on the left, you start less to see the one on the right. But both of them are wearing a hat. I think they both look quite dapper. Ooh, here's an interesting one as well. One of my favorite snacks.
I love
Now,
that.
what do we see
Two
here?
people talking to each other. Yeah.
Do I see people? I think they see some people in this apple. That's a pretty funky bite shape, if you ask me.
Oh, oh my
All
goodness.
right.
Maybe we should hear what our online friends think.
You know, I think that's a great idea. What do our online friends see? What are their favorite illusions?
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of our online friends see both an apple and faces. It's pretty mixed in the chat right now. But right now, more people are saying apple. Oh, now it's more faces. That's what an illusion is.
Whoa, very cool.
Indeed. Fantastic, everyone. Great job.
And thank you for sharing your thoughts online. There'll be more opportunities to share them out soon.
Indeed.
Alrighty, back to our story. The next morning, Raphael checked back in to see how Maya was doing. Wow, what is that? He asked. Maya smiled. You like it? What do you think of Maya's design? Her contraption? Can you turn to a person next to you and tell them what you think? Colton, I think it's really cool. I don't know how she got those wings though.
Yeah, neither do I. And I don't know if I see how that bottom bit is connected to the top, man.
Oh, it kind of looks like a bicycle, like
Yeah,
an
a little
elliptical.
bit like a bicycle, a little bit like a glider.
Ooh,
Yeah,
very good,
yeah.
very good.
Doesn't have an engine on it, though.
Alrighty. Nice job, theater mice. Thank you, thank you.
All right.
Woohoo!
And back to the story. Now, Raphael responded slowly. Yeah, extremely cool, but Maya, there's just one little problem. That's not a go-kart. All right, now, all of my friends in the audience, give me a woohoo if you think that she was supposed to make a go-kart with those instructions. All right, all right, all right. And now, give me an all right if you think that it's cool that she was creative and made something else. Yeah, me too. It was really cool, wasn't it? Maya saw something that no one else did, and it inspired her to be creative. Isn't that awesome?
So awesome. But when we flipped the page, Maya smiled and said that it didn't have to be a go-kart. But Raphael was confused. The instructions were for a go-kart. But then again, they never said it had to be a go-kart. He looked again at Maya's contraption, and after a moment, he smiled. Hey, I get it. Maya, I really want to win this race tomorrow. I never said that we couldn't team up either.
All right, now let's see what's on the next page.
We're gonna flip.
And so they did, working late into the evening. All right, now Raphael was inspired by Maya's creativity, so they decided to work together to create something brand new. How about we all work together to create something brand new? Does that sound fun to you guys?
Does that sound fun? Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
let's
great
build
idea.
something.
Oh, wow.
Build.
I have an idea.
All right.
If you got here on a bus today, can you imagine that you are driving the bus? Can you drive in the bus? Well, we have a lot of people that came here on a bus today. How about we use our teamwork and creativity, one of the 4 C's, to become different parts of a bus? Wouldn't that be fun? Alrighty, for my friends online, your teacher and facilitator will split your group up into 3 sections. You could follow along with one of the leaders on stage. But I'm gonna start first. All of my friends on the rightmost side of the theater, I'm gonna draw a line with my hand down the aisle. Everyone on this side is gonna be on Team Maddie. Raise your hand if you're on Team Maddie. Oh yeah, hey Team Maddie, what's up? Okay, we are going to be the bus, and the horn of the bus specifically. So you guys are gonna follow along with your body and your voices, okay? And you're gonna repeat after me. Beep, beep, beep. Very good. Okay, we're gonna revisit this, but until then, hold on to that and put that in your pocket. We'll see you soon.
All right. Now, everyone in the middle, you're going to be on Team Colton. That's everyone from this aisle here all the way to this aisle here. Now, Team Colton is going to be the engine of the bus. I think you know what that sounds like. And you follow after me. We will go vroom, vroom, vroom. Fantastic, everyone. All right, now you be sure to follow along with me and put that in your pocket for later.
All right, I think we can get started. Oh, wait a minute. We have some friends on the left side of the theater to join us.
We do.
That way we need to work together. That wouldn't be good teamwork if we don't include our friends over here.
But there's only 2 of us.
Colton, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
You know, Maddie, I think I am thinking what you're thinking. Let's give a big welcome to our dear friend of the Box Center, Jasmine! Woo!
Hello, everyone. Who here saw me earlier today helping you come in? Yes, I did, right? You didn't think I would be here on stage. But again, my name is Jasmine Garcia. I work here at the Box Center, and actually last year I performed World Read Aloud Day. So I'm so excited to be back. But I think I hear that we need some help with a bus.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh,
We need you.
we need. This side needs help with the bus.
They
Yes.
do.
Oh, okay. So I think everyone on this side, on the left side of the theater, even my friends up there, we're going to be the windshield wipers of the bus, okay? And we're gonna make it real cute, and we're gonna make it really, really loud, okay? So wait, first of all people who are on Jasmine's team, raise your hand. Yes, all right. And you're gonna repeat after me. We're gonna go swish, swish, swish. We killed it, you killed it, you're beautiful. All right, guys, are we ready to do, I think we hear some excitement.
Yeah.
Are we ready to put this bus together?
I think we are.
I think we
All right.
are. Okay, Team Maddie, we're going to begin, and you are going to follow your group leaders. Same goes with our friends online. Pick whoever your favorite is. I'm kidding. All right, are you ready? Team Maddie, here we go. Follow me. Beep, beep, beep. Good job.
All right, and now following me, Team Colton. Are we ready? Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
Such an engine.
All right, Team Jasmine. We gotta show up and show out, right? We gotta give it nice and big. We gotta show them out, all right? Repeat after me. Swish, swish, swish. Yes.
Okay, teams, we can do this, but this time we're going to follow along with our leaders at the same
Same time.
Team
Follow
Maddie,
along.
I'm going to give us a count to 3. Are we ready? Lock in with your leader. Lock in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Beep, beep, beep.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Swish, swish, swish.
Beep, beep, beep.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Swish, swish, swish.
Beep, beep, beep.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Swish, swish, swish.
Beep, beep, beep.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Swish, swish, swish.
Beep, beep, beep.
Vroom, vroom,
Swish, we have to be louder. Swish, swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish.
All right, fantastic job, everybody. That was the best bus of all time.
Give yourselves a round of applause.
Woo. All right.
And can we give Jasmine a big thank you, Jasmine?
Thank you, Jasmine.
See you later, guys.
Oh, wasn't that fun?
Alrighty, let's get back to the story.
I think we shall.
All right. Raphael says, hey, I get it, Maya. I really want to win this race. The instructions never said we couldn't team up either. And then they worked late into the evening.
They did.
Now, next. The next day, everyone was gathered for the big race, and each go-kart was a perfect replica of the other.
It's pretty cool when things look the same, but
It really
sometimes there's one cart when we flip the page that doesn't look the same. Except one. How
There.
cool! We'll flip the page again.
Indeed.
One of the kids laughed.
Looks like you had trouble with the going places contest. You had going places, all right. You're really going there, and you're going to lose.
My God.
That was mean.
Gosh.
Was that a nice thing to say to our friends, Maya and Raphael? I agree. I'm glad we're on the same page. How about we take some time to turn to someone next to us and talk about how we should treat people even if they're doing something new that we don't understand?
Indeed.
Sometimes I feel like I can look a little silly when I try something new, but I'm never going to get good at it if I don't try it.
We should never punish our friends for looking silly. It's fun to look silly with our friends.
It is fun to look silly with our friends. Friends that accept us, friends that love us. Well said, my friend.
Absolutely. All right. Now, are there any things that our virtual friends would be willing to put in the chat how they think that they would talk to a friend?
Yeah, we can take some time to type it out and think, how might we treat people if they're trying something new, if it's unfamiliar, or perhaps it looks a little strange? How might we want to approach someone like that?
Yeah, in the chat, they're saying that it was really rude and that if someone says something rude to you like that, you should say something to them and be really kind to others.
Yes.
Great. Thank you, virtual chat. It was lovely to hear. And thank you, Catherine, for sharing that.
Yeah.
We'll flip to the next page.
All right. Now, Maya and Raphael didn't even have time to respond before the announcer's big boomy voice called out, "Attention racers, start your engines. 4, 3, 2, 1. A buzzer sounded, and they're off. All right. Now, Maya and Raphael have just started off in the race. What say we bring some friends up from the audience to recreate a race on stage? That'd be pretty fantastic, wouldn't it?
Hello,
Now,
it's nice to meet you.
they're all going to get a car, and they're all going to line up right here.
You guys are going to follow me?
Staggered start.
I'm going to give you...
Everyone in the audience will follow along with me when I give the instructions to everyone.
Hi, guys. So once they give you your item, you're going to follow me, okay? Very nice. Great job. You guys want to share? Oh, look, you have an airplane. And they have a train, it looks like. Yeah, do you want... Oh, Grace, are you famous? It's nice to meet you, famous Grace. It's like Famous Dave's, but Famous Grace. Nice to meet you. Yes, all right. We have all of our friends. We have multiple vehicles on stage, partnered by multiple friends. Colton, take it away.
All righty, I have donned my announcer's cap and am now your trusty announcer. So they're going to race on stage, but I want to make sure all of you follow along with me. Now, can you show me your racing wheels? All on stage, show us your racing wheels. All right, now we're going to go around some wide turns to the right and to the left. We're going to go up some steep hills and we're going to go down some sharp drops. And all of you guys are going to be following along with me. All of our friends on stage, they're going to be following behind Maddie as closely as possible, making sure that they play their part of the racers as deeply as they possibly can. All right, racers, are we ready to start your engines? All right, everyone. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Follow me.
Burn! And they're off on the race. They're on their first left turn all the way around the track, going wide, and they're taking a right turn, a big all right turn around, moving through the set. My God, and they're moving up a mountain. They're getting to the top of that mountain, and of course, there comes the drop on the other side. The finish line is coming up right around this last turn, and they're through. My God, I have never seen a race so close. A 5-way tie unheard of in this day and age. Can we give our racers a big round of applause?
Great job. Nice meeting you, face race. I'm in your way. Sorry. Thank you for playing with us, everyone. That was awesome.
Fantastic, everyone, and so many awesome racers in the audience as well. I loved seeing you all get so into it.
Oh, yes.
So many
Racers,
future
not only did
actors.
you wind me, you amazed me. Woo! But we should probably get back to Maya and Raphael's race, though, right?
Probably.
Okie dokie, artichoke. While all the other go-karts disappeared in a cloud of dust, Maya just sat there in their motionless vehicle. Raphael shouted over the roar of the engines and the cheering crowds, "Maya, what are we waiting for?" "No worries, Raphael. Flaps down, throttle up."
And now they took off into the air. My God, look at that. My gosh, look at that plane. Whew. The other contestants looked up in amazement, and then Maya and Raphael hovered and sped past them all.
Wow.
Before long, Maya and Raphael coasted across the finish line to the cheers of the waiting crowd.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
All right, so the class was impressed with Maya and Raphael's plane, weren't they? Even though they were skeptical of it before, they weren't sure that it was what you were supposed to be doing. Can you turn to the person next to you and tell them something amazing about them? Can all of our friends virtually put something amazing about their class or where they're from in the chat for us to share in just a moment?
Hi, I'm amazed to meet you. I am amazed to have met you. Thank you.
I think you are amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's so nice meeting you. I've heard so many wonderful things, and I think that's pretty amazing. I wanted to share that. Yes.
We just shared amazing things.
We did share amazing things.
Sounds like a good book.
Oh,
Amazing Natty. The Adventures of Amazing Natty.
I'll help you
This is
write it.
amazing art as well.
I'll help you write it. All right, gotta wrangle him in. Thank you, Peter Mice.
All right. Do we have any shout outs to the chat?
Yes, we had some people who are amazing at building Legos. In Mr. Smith's class, they're all friends with each other, which is really amazing.
That's really amazing.
And Go in New York, they are really kind to each other in their class.
Also amazing.
Thank you for sharing, virtual friends. That was lovely. That made my heart happy. We're gonna flip to the next page. They kept rolling clear across the race ground, stopping just short at the edge of the lake at the end of the school field. They almost made it. Raphael noticed a startled frog leap up from a lily pad and dive into the water. Raphael raised an eyebrow. He looked at Maya. Maya smiled. "Raphael, are you thinking what I'm thinking?" Raphael just nodded.
And there's the frog.
And there's that frog.
My favorite contraption of the
I
entire story.
agree.
And one of the best stills across both of those pages.
Absolutely. So let's give another round of applause for Going Places and to our amazing authors. All right, our virtual friends, we're going to try and put our favorite activities that we did today in the chat. We want to hear what you had fun with. For our in-person friends, I want you to shout out your favorite activity on the count of 3. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Whoa, there were so many good
So
ones.
many fantastic activities.
I think I heard Raphael Says, I heard Bus, I
heard the race.
The race.
Yep,
That
the
was
race
so
was good.
great. Awesome. What about our virtual friends? What were their favorite activities?
In the chat, they are loving the race, and they also loved playing Raphael Says. And they also just really loved hearing the book. They're loving the book.
That's so
It's a
good
great book.
to hear. I'm so glad that you guys liked it. What do you think that we get Peter and Paul back on center stage to answer some questions today?
That sounds like a plan to me.
We got to welcome them on.
All right.
I see you.
Wow,
Questions.
that was fun. That was really
Let's hear
fun.
from Maddie and Colton.
Maddie and Colton.
Yes. Yes.
That was so fun to see our story come to life. And I hope everyone enjoyed it. Wherever you are in the world, and in the chat, if you can tell us where you're from, where you're tuning in from,
That would be wonderful.
we would love to hear, because Paul and I would like to go places. We'd like to travel the world and meet all of you.
So maybe we can come visit your classroom, your school, no matter where it is in the world.
But
So
you
I
can-
think we have some questions, and I'm not exactly sure how we're getting questions from the audience.
Oh,
but-
look. Oh, Corey.
Corey, the amazing Corey Evans. Let's hear it for Corey
Corey
Evans
Evans.
from the Bach Center.
Corey rhymes with story. I like that name.
Grace.
All
And we
right.
have some questions. And if you have questions out
Okay.
in the virtual world, you can
Put them in the chat.
put them in the chat, and if we have time, we'll answer those.
And even if we don't have time during the show, we'll make sure that we try and get back to those questions.
Yes.
All right, who's first? Is this Grace and
Sienna.
Grace and Sienna? You have some questions?
Miss, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce that right. Miss Bohawk, second graders at Myland Park Elementary School in Morgantown, West Virginia, wants to know,
What is the hardest thing about being an author?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, let's see. You have your microphone. We have our microphone.
Yes, we have our microphone.
So that is a great question, Mrs. Bohawk's class.
Yeah. I would say the hardest thing about being an author is not forgetting your ideas, right?
Right.
Because sometimes you ever had an idea and you forgot it, right?
It's like, that was a great idea, but
Right.
I just forgot what it is.
Or if you were told a secret password and you couldn't remember it. Does anyone remember the secret password?
Wow, that's good.
Wow.
That's good. And if you write things down, you can remember them, right? That's why we learn to write.
Or draw a
Example.
picture.
That was a great question.
Thank you so much, Grace.
And Sienna.
And
awesome.
Sienna, thank
and
you.
Mrs. Bohawk's class in Virginia.
West Virginia.
West Virginia, yes. We want to come visit Mrs. Bohawk's class. All right, and what are your names?
I am Mallory,
Yeah.
and I am Jack. And
All
we're
right.
fourth graders at the Curly K-8 school.
Nice, awesome.
Miss Phillips, kindergartners at Edge Elementary in Niceville, Florida, ask,
How has your writing changed since your first book?
Oh my goodness. Right? Well, I think we get better at the things that we keep doing, right? And so I think you get a little bit better, and I think when you share and read your books aloud and you hear people's reactions, it helps you with the next book. What about you, Peter?
I think that reading it aloud really helps. So for me, I always like to practice my story. Before I'm finished, I find some friends, my family, and I read it aloud, and I get ideas on how to make it better. So I think that's one thing I've learned.
That's wonderful. And I love the name of their town, Niceville, Florida.
Oh, Niceville. We
This-
should write a book about it.
Right?
What do you think?
The nice people in Niceville, Florida. Excellent. Well, that was
Well,
a
thank
great
you.
question.
Thank you
and
very
great,
much.
great readers of the question.
And we have more questions. What's your name?
Quentin. All right, Quentin. We
Microphone
love
right
your
up to your
name.
mouth.
Miss Shirani, students in Alamunu Elementary School in Honolulu, Hawaii, ask, what inspires you to write new stories?
Well, hello to our friends in Hawaii. I was there last January. I'd like to come back. It was so warm.
And I haven't been yet, so I'm going places. I'm
Yeah.
going to Honolulu.
So what was the question again?
What inspires you to write new stories?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what inspires you, Paul?
I think when we see something that needs a solution, or maybe there might be a problem, the story can help people understand maybe how to solve the problem.
I think that's a really,
Right?
I think that was my answer too.
Yeah.
What are we, twins?
Twins? I think we must be twins.
I think helping, right? Think of a story that could help people. That's what inspires us. And we hope that our books help you and inspire you to read, to write, and most importantly, to think.
And maybe that could inspire you to write a book too, right? Maybe a book about a helper, somebody in your community that is helping people.
Yeah. Who wants to write a book? Yeah?
Yes, we love all those hands.
See
Excellent.
all these
Go
authors.
Quentin.
Thank you, Quentin.
Thank you, Quentin.
Awesome.
Good job.
Quentin, I'll take that, and I'll take that mic.
And we have another question. And what's your name?
Oscar.
Hi,
Oscar,
Oscar.
good to meet you.
And are you helping?
Yeah, I'm Alexander.
Miss Brown's second grade class from Wonderland Avenue Elementary School in Los Angeles, California wants to know who is an author you loved when you were in second grade.
Wow. Well, I love the school name Wonderland.
Yeah.
The Wonderland School.
Wonderland Ave Elementary in Los Angeles, and you were just in Los Angeles.
I was in LA
Visiting.
just recently, visiting families and students. My favorite book growing up, well, one of my favorites was Roald Dahl's book called Matilda. I love that book.
Right.
Oh, you know that book? It's awesome. It's
Peter
about
and
a
I-
great teacher.
Peter and I both love Roald Dahl, and our very first book that we got money together, we both put our money together to buy our first book, and that was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So that's a great book. So good question. To our
Great
friends
questions.
in
Thank you. very
Honolulu.
much.
I'll take that microphone. And
Let's go places.
Let's go.
Right.
I'm packing my bags.
And last but not least, we have.
What are your names?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dylan S.
And my name is Kimberly.
So we have a question from Miss Laura Sorante, Pre-K Pals. At Sean's Avenue and Valley Streams, New York, wanted to know if you know what your next book will be about.
Oh, wow. You want the scoop
Wow.
on the next book? Well, does anyone know the book, The Word Collector? Yeah? Well, that's a story about Jerome. He loves words. Well, his story continues, including the little dog that he meets, and we get to learn the dog's name in my new book, which comes out this fall, and it's called The Gift of Words. So The Gift of Words is coming out this fall. And I'm also doing another book with Yusef Cat Stevens. I did a book called Peace Train with him, and we're doing a brand new book called If You Want to Sing Out, Sing Out, which I think would be a really fun book to read to all of you. Would you like to come back and have that book read to you? Yeah? Awesome.
And I have a few book projects too, one of which is going to be a sequel to Going Places. So
that's right.
We'll find out what happens.
That's a really great question.
To them, right?
And so we're curious, what books are you working on? What ideas are you having around the world? Let's tell positive stories to help people, because our world needs a lot of love right now. And a good book is like a big hug, and the world needs a big hug. So let's come up with stories and also share them. That's why today's so important, right?
Absolutely.
World Read Aloud Day. So great, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's hear it for all of our
Thank you. Our questionnaires.
Our
We
questionnaires.
have one question from the chat that we would love to
question
ask
from the
you.
chat. Yes.
From the chat, they want to know if the two of you have ever built a go-kart.
Have we ever built a go-kart? That's a really good question. Well, when we were in Scouts, we built little racing cars, right?
Oh, we did.
If anybody does scouting, and there's
It was
usually
called the Pinewood Derby.
Pinewood Derby, right?
So we actually did build race cars, but we didn't make one big enough for us both to fit in. Although
that would be a
you
good
just
idea.
Gave us a really good
Are
idea.
you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah. What do you think,
Peter
Paul?
just nodded. Yes.
Maybe we could get our friend Ernie Bach
Oh,
to help us build a car.
Ernie Bach loves cars.
He loves cars.
Maybe we could build a go-kart
Right?
together,
Yeah.
race it, and win.
And win.
Yes.
That would be fun.
All right, Ernie,
Thank
if you're
you.
listening,
Yes.
that's our project for next year.
Any more questions?
Any more
or are
questions?
That's all we have right
We're
now.
coming in for a landing, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're coming in for a landing.
So anything else on?
I think we have a few wrap-up slides, or yeah.
We're just going to wrap up Colton and I.
Okay, wrap it up. Awesome, good
Thank you all
questions.
for your questions. Keep thinking, keep
Yes.
sharing, keep reading.
One last round of applause for Peter and Paul. Woo!
Well, my friends, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for staying 6 minutes past. All of our teachers, we see you. Thank you for working so hard. We also wanted to thank all of you here today for participating in this story. Thank you for imagining wonderful things. And we hope that the next time you read, you can imagine wonderful things and bring other books to life too.
Thank you to all our virtual friends for joining us from across the United States and the world here today at the Box Center virtually. Thanks so much, everyone.
Alrighty.
Awesome, and I think we have a few more slides just to wrap things up for us, right?
Yep.
because
Friends,
Peter,
we have a surprise.
who likes surprises?
Raise your hand if you like a surprise. Guess what, everyone? Thanks to our friends at the Bach Center, every classroom that came here today is going to get a free book. Yes, a free book. Autographed by me
And me.
and
Yes.
Paul.
Yeah.
So we're super excited. So we'll be handing those out
Yes.
after the show.
After the show. So Peter and I will be in the lobby, and I think we might have one more slide.
One more slide.
Oh, and maybe that's just us. Yeah, so
Oh, that's us.
Peter and I are your friends forever. Our dots are connected. We want to stay in touch, and I think we're just saying, oh, save the date. Right, we have a save the date for next year. So
We'll do it again.
do it again.
It was so much fun.
Shall we do it again next year?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And thanks to Lit World and Pam Allen and all of our friends at Scholastic.
Right.
All the people who believe that reading aloud is very, very powerful.
Peter and Paul, could you say that last bit one more time for our audience?
Sure. Paul, what did I say?
Reading aloud and how
Yes.
wonderful.
So yes, friends.
Reading aloud is so important. That's why we want to celebrate again next year. And
Yes, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that made this possible. Pam Allen and Lit World and Scholastic and all of our
Simon
friends
Schuster.
at Bach Center. Everybody who believes that storytelling, that books are so important, and reading is important, but reading it aloud is even more powerful. So everyone, keep reading, and most importantly, keep sharing positive stories, and let's make this world a better place.
Very nice. Thank you. For all of our in-person friends, my in-person friends, we are going to stay seated and we are going to be theater mice and wait for our buses for dismissal. Thank you so much for your patience. I'll pass it off to Corey. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Oh.
Thank you, everyone. Please stay seated. I am going to ask, as you are dismissed,